Welcome back. I'm Ife Chukwumoyele with the news. Now, the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara is heading to the Supreme Court to appeal Thursday's Court of Appeal judgment, which affirmed the judgment of the Federal High Court that set aside the 800 billion naira budget passed by 5 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, which was led by Edison Ehie at the time. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Israel Dagogo Iboroma, who made this known in a statement, said Governor Fubara has directed his lawyers to file an appeal against the judgment of the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court and also file an application for stay of execution of the judgment of the Court of Appeal. He said the governor is dissatisfied with the appeal court's decision to dismiss the state's case concerning the 2024 budget and the National Assembly's temporary takeover of the Rivers State House of Assembly's functions. The Attorney General said, contrary to widespread perceptions of the appeal court judgment, the court did not reinstate Martin Amehule and 26 others who he said had defected from the PDP to the APC in December 2023. He said their defection under Section 109 subsection 1G of the 1999 Constitution automatically rendered their seat vacant, a matter he said was not raised in the Court of Appeal's ruling. Mr. Iboroma said the issue before the court was not the defection of Mr. Amehule and others, but the legislative functions of the Assembly and the passage of the 2024 budget. He further noted that while the governor withdrew his cases in line with the president's directive to de-escalate tensions in the state, Mr. Amehule's faction proceeded with their suit, resulting in Thursday's judgment. The Rivers State government, however, called on the public to disregard the information suggesting that the Amehule faction has been reinstated, stressing that the governor's appeal to the Supreme Court will maintain the status quo until a final judgment is delivered. Now, yesterday, the Court of Appeal in Abuja affirmed the judgment of the Federal High Court, which set aside the 800 billion naira budget passed by 5 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, which was led by Edison Ehie at the time. The appellate court dismissed the appeal on grounds that it lacked merit. The court held that Governor Fubara withdrew his counter affidavit at the lower court in the matter and as such cannot start an appeal in any matter he did not challenge at the trial stage. In the unanimous judgment, the court said that Governor Fubara is expected to apply the rule of law and not the rule of might. The court further says that the situation in River State of Assembly is an executive dictatorship by the governor and a joke taken too far. Recall that Justice Omotosho had nullified the 2024 Rivers budget passed by pro-Fubara lawmakers and set aside the presentation and passage of the River State 2024 budget. In the judgment, the governor was ordered to represent the budget to the legally constituted House of Assembly under Martin Amehule. As you may know, Governor Fubara presented the budget to 5 out of the over 30 lawmakers of the State House of Assembly in December 2023. Moving on, the chairman of Emoha local government area of Rivers State, David Omereji, has promised that his administration will work in synergy with Governor Fubara to develop Emoha area. Mr. Omereji said this during a stakeholders meeting after proclamation of the 10th Emoha Legislative Assembly.
In Amos chapter 3 verse 3, he said, when the righteous are in authority, but when the wicked rule, they pass. Executive chairman of Amos has to serve happy.
The Council also condemned the destruction of properties at the local government secretariat. He said it is regrettable that those who perpetrated the act are some of the politicians they supported in the past. He apologized to the people of Emoha for having supported such individuals in the past. One of the APC leaders in River State, Andrew Uchendo, also spoke.
I am 100% totally committed to the government and administration of His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara. I want him to succeed because when you talk with him, you will see vanity in him. You will see his simplicity. You will see his honesty. And he's not going all out to acquire heaven and earth. What is he going to do with them? Those who have made history in this country, in this world, were those who fought for the people. Siminalayi is fighting for the people of Rivers State.
The APP chairman in Emoha, Fubara Ohaka, and the leader of Simplified Movement in Emoha, Charles Beke, further showed their also further spoke on this.
All of you, should work in solidarity. That's it.
I want to say that the party has come to stay in our local government, which is APP, have come to stay because we have achieved that. And I want to also thank our local government people for voting APP, my great party, to the chairman of the office, and also for the council intact. I want to actually thank them and tell them that we're not going to disappoint them.
This young man are here, our hand together to make sure we move this MOR local government to be an envy of every other local government in River State. And make out.
Our correspondent reports that members of the 10th MOR Legislative Assembly elected Precious Ada George as its leader, Bright Elechi as deputy leader, and Clement Timba as chief whip. In another development, the natural ruler of Iwako Kingdom in Ahoda local government area, Eze Cassidy Ikebidi, has extended his congratulations to Governor Fubara following the successful conduct of the local government elections across the state. The monarch also praised the governor for the smooth swearing-in of the newly elected local government chairman. In a statement, Eze Ikebidi commended Governor Fubara's visionary and courageous leadership, emphasizing his determination to free the people of Rivers State from oppression despite facing threats and intimidation. The monarch hailed the election as one of the most peaceful, free and fair in the state's history, urging the opposition to accept the result in the interest of the state's unity. He, however, expressed concern over the violence in some local government areas. Eze Ikebidi condemned the destruction of lives and property and called on the people of River State to stand united against forces of intimidation. He further assured the governor of the Iwako Kingdom's commitment to law and order, while urging the newly sworn-in chairman to maintain the trust placed in them as they navigate the state's political and economic recovery. And now the Onyishi Eche of Eche Land, Emmanuel Oporom, has congratulated the chairman of Eche local government area, Uzodimma Nwafo, and his vice, Bernard Nwusi, for their victory at the October 5th local government elections. In a statement, he commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara for standing firm for the peaceful conduct of the election and commended Eche people for electing Uzodimma Nwafo from Constituency 1 as chairman of the council to balance the zoning arrangement in Eche. He urged the new Eche council chairman to make the electorate proud by delivering a true dividend of democracy to the people at the grassroots. The paramount ruler of Eche Land further thanked Governor Fubara for appointing the former caretaker chairman of Eche, John Otamere, as Commissioner for Commerce and Industry. Still to come, Johisu issues strike ultimatum over demand. Stay with us. You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. Some chiefs, elders, and youth of Umabai community in Ward 4 Oyibo local government area of River State have accused the newly elected chairman of the council, Gift Okere, of diverting the mandate of their ward councillor to another person, even as they appealed to Governor Siminalayi Fubara to help in restoring the mandate of their councillor-elect, Kelechi Fred Nwachukwu, during a peaceful protest over the alleged refusal of the council chairman to swear in their councillor Fred Nwachukwu after his victory at the polls. They said they voted Kelechi Nwachukwu of the APP and not Ayin Nadike, who was allegedly sworn in by the council chairman. The spokesperson of the community, Ndokako Akara, the woman leader Blessing Wako, the APP ward woman leader Ogechi Nwamo, and a leader in the community, Glade Okere, spoke on this.
In Umabai Ward 4, showing the whole Umabai people that Honorable Fred is the sole candidate for councillorship election in Ward 4, and the whole Umabai people accepted him. This same person did not contest election. This same person did not fight for. This same person did not go for screening. This same person did not buy tax clearance in River State. This is an injustice.
There is problem in Ward 4. The leader of Simplify movement, we are all here begging you, calling for your rescue. Please, my governor, come and restore Kelechi Fred mandate.
We voted for Kelechi. Kelechi Fred won the election and was declared the winner of this election in APP by Ekeledike, the returning officer, and was also announced by the research chairman.
On the spot, Mr. Nwachukwu insists he is the councillor-elect of Ward 4. He said he was denied access to council headquarters for his swearing in on Tuesday.
I was there just for me to join my colleagues when they were calling names. Some group of boys barricaded me and asked me to move out. I tried to ask the reason. He said that is the order from the council chairman, Honorable Gift Okere. I said no. Everybody was shouting, he's the councillor, leave him, he's the councillor. They pushed me out. I was beaten. They tore my clothes alongside with my cousin, Daniel Wamo. So I decided to let the public know, because during the process, the primary election, this matter went beyond my ward. And the governor called all of us, but today I was denied to be sworn in alongside with my colleague.
When contacted, the Oyibo Council chairman denied knowledge of the issue. He said RISIAC is in position to determine who is the right candidate.
If he said, Gift Okere, stop him, how will I stop? Am I coming from RISEC to stop him from his victory if he has victory? I don't have such power. I'm not a RISEC chairman. Ask RISEC that you announced somebody and somebody was omitted. It is only RISEC that can give you that answer to that, they say, not me.
Moving on, labor leaders in River State are asking the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited (NNPCL) to explain to Nigerians why it increased the pump price of petrol. The state chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC), Alex Agwawon, speaks to correspondent Obioreware on this.
I don't know, they have the chance, and they are selling at a high price on the basis that these foods were imported. So now that the NNPC has accepted to give 400 barrels per day to Dangote to refine, so what is the basis of increasing the price again? Now you should know, we have NNPC to come and tell us that they are still paying subsidy, and we are still buying these products at a high price. Yes, Labour, we are going to stand and do something, and we are further directive on the path to go. For us as a state council, we are ever ready, if as directed by any means.
The NLC chairman also advised Nigerians to join with Labour to demand for policy change because the challenges are not for workers alone.
Nigerians are going through this, and this is not what to bargain for. They ask us to be patient, and we have been patient. Our patience have been taken for granted. That Nigerians should also know that it's not only about Labour. Because most of them ask, what is Labour doing? Labour will keep quiet. Yes, but all of us have to join hands together if we begin to make a serious policy change in this country. Nigerians must wake up, because the suffering is not just the workers that is being impacted on. Every citizen of the country, even the working class and non-working class, are passing through change because the price of goods and services have keep on increasing.
On the spot, former acting chairman of NLC in the state, Temple Morford, called for the sack of the management of NNPCL.
We are also standing by the side of the national president. In fact, those set of management, to me, they are incompetent and they need to be removed because they should be pumped. They cannot just wake up from sleep and all of a sudden make a pump increase. They don't just come up from nowhere and begin to increase the pump without due process. Whoever is involved should be called to order. That alternatively, they should be removed from the office and replace them with immediate effect.
Recall that previous petrol was sold in NNPCL filling stations between 700 naira to 900 naira, but on Tuesday, the filling stations adjusted their meter to 1,030 naira, which sparked reactions. And our public health care workers under the aegis of Joint Health Sector Union, JOHISU, have issued a 15-day ultimatum to the federal government to address all lingering issues with the union or risk another round of industrial action. A memo jointly signed by the national chairman and national secretary of the union said the federal government has not been able to address their demands since June of last year, when they suspended their strike owing to promises from President Bola Tinubu to intervene. We're going another short commercial break.
The Center for Disaster Risk Management and Development Studies, University of Port Harcourt.
National scene, 22 people have been killed and 117 injured in Israeli airstrikes on central Beirut on Thursday evening. Lebanon's health ministry made this known. On the news this morning, you heard Governor Fumi is heading to the Supreme Court over Thursday's appeal court judgment which set aside the Rivers 2024 budget. On the foreign scene, scores of people have been killed in Israeli strikes in Lebanon. The news was edited by Choma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send us a WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyeli. Many thanks for listening.